What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I know I am. Today I've got a story time for you guys that I'm sure all of you are going to enjoy. It's about the time this kid in my class tried to make an argument with my science teacher that dinosaurs weren't real. Yeah, that's right, the conspiracy theory sweeping the nation that those billions of years didn't actually happen and we all just made it up for money or something. I don't know. Either way, it should be a pretty fun video, so without further ado, let's get into it, but be sure to press the like button or no joke, no scam, you'll become a dinosaur and get hit by a meteor, and let's get into the video. Boom bada bing. You would think that it's illegal. I'm getting quiet now. Lay low when you reach, so I'm wiping down. Making out, stack the bread, cause you love the sound, just so Alright, so there are certain things that I think science just agrees on, right? That like gravity exists, the earth is round, or at least we used to, and I always thought that dinosaurs was just one of those things, and one day our biology teacher was talking to us about like mass extinctions and whatnot, and he started talking about dinosaurs, and obviously dinosaurs are more interesting than like most mass extinctions. You know, sure, they're all pretty interesting, I guess, but giant lizards that used to fight each other are way cooler than like that one time lemurs got hit by a giant rock. It's just different levels to these things. No offense to the lemurs, but I don't really need to see anything like that, bro. I've seen Madagascar enough to know that dancing ones singing Move It are way better than the real thing ever could be. Sorry, it's an unpopular opinion, but it is the right one and you know it in your heart. Regardless, as our teacher is like going off about dinosaurs, there's this kid Brandon who's just sitting there and you could tell that he's like fidgeting, wanting to say something, and so our teacher is going on and on about all these dinosaurs, and finally the Brandon kid is like, you know dinosaurs aren't real, right? And never existed. And our teacher is like, what are you talking about, dude? And the kid starts going off about how dinosaurs aren't real. They were made up by the American government to convince people not to believe in God, because if dinosaurs existed, then people couldn't believe in God. And at that point, another one of the girls in the class behind me is like, I'm religious and I believe in dinosaurs. And he's like, shut up, to the girl. So he starts explaining that the United States government went all around the world in the 60s to convince people that dinosaurs were real, even though there was mentions of dinosaurs before the 60s, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't like, oh, dinosaurs aren't real, and then all of a sudden one day in the 60s JFK came on the radio, we're gonna go to the moon. Also, we found these really cool bones of these giant lizard things. They were super sick. They definitely existed before. Don't look into it. Okay, we definitely didn't plant them underneath the ground for people to find. Like, this dude really wanted us to believe that back in the 60s, the United States government went literally around the world and just hid bones everywhere. Like, they're still finding fossils in random places all around the world. Did they hide them so good that, like, they're all in on it? Oh my gosh, we buried that 40 years ago. Nobody mentioned it, and now they're pretending they found a bone. And do all the archaeologists not notice that it's like fake? They all consensusly agree these bones are millions of years old. So obviously the teacher is like, who told you that? And he starts saying that his dad listened to it on this radio show when they were driving through the middle of the desert on their way to Reno. And Reno is this city up north in Nevada. It's like the only other relevant city, no offense to anybody living in Elko or Carson City. But on the way there, it's a whole lot of nothing, dude. Like, I'm talking vast expanses of nothing. Vast expanses where there's literally nothing to do, nothing to look at, except find weird radio stations on like AM radio. And if you ever want to have yourself some entertaining times, just scroll through AM radio and eventually you'll find a crazy person just kind of babbling about some nonsense. And I guess his dad and him had listened to this guy talk for hours, the entire 9-hour drive. Oh, sorry, I yawned and talked right there. That probably sounded weird. My bad. I'm not cutting it though. We got to keep the weirdness in it, what makes it unique. So for the entire 9 hours, I guess they were just listening to this dude rattling off about how dinosaurs aren't real and it's all a government conspiracy theory and blah, 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 blah. So the teacher asks a very fair question, which is like, all right, well, what was the guy on the radio's credentials, you know? How do you know what the hell he was talking about? Like, how do you know he wasn't just lying? Which, to be fair, would be the ultimate funny trolling method, dude. Just go on AM radio and start making it up, because you know anyone unironically listening to AM radio will believe just about anything. Imagine if it's not some cooked up guy convincing the world dinosaurs didn't exist. Instead, he's sitting there, it's just like some retired dude just on his warpath, just messing with everybody. Yeah, honey, today on my radio show, I decided to try to convince people that dinosaurs weren't real. I sure hope that nobody's stupid enough to believe anything I say on this show. And that would really be unfortunate. I just love the sound of my own voice, and hearing myself talk about dinosaurs is one of my favorite things. Don't you agree, Barb? Retirement sure is nice. It probably was just a crazy person in an AM radio in the middle of the Nevada desert, I'm not gonna lie. The more into the desert you get, the weirder the people seem to be. No offense to anyone in the middle of the desert, I'm just speaking facts. So regardless, the kid is like, no, not really, blah, 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 but it was a very good argument, which doesn't really count, dude. You can make anything sound like a good argument, okay? I'm gonna do it right now, all right? We should be able to pee in the sink. You want to know why? Because we already pee in the tub, and there's really no difference. Peeing in the sink, you could just rinse it out with the water after, just like you do with pee in the tub if you pee in the shower. Like, if you've ever peed while you're showering, which everybody does, don't lie, dude. People, oh yeah, I've never done that. Okay, yeah, you're a liar. All I'm saying is, theoretically, if the sink was being rinsed, it's the same thing. See, that sounds kind of like, okay, sure, but then you're like, no, just don't pee in the sink. That's gross. That's disgusting. You shouldn't do it. Just because something can sound like it makes sense doesn't mean it actually does. So this dude is like, aha, you know how it is. This man had a good argument. Therefore, dinosaurs don't exist. And he's just saying all of this is a government conspiracy theory and his teacher is in on it. In which case, there's a whole lot of teachers in on this conspiracy theory, bro. And the thing that I don't understand about like flat earth or the dinosaur conspiracy theory is it relies on like millions and millions of people all lying at the exact same time. You guys do realize that this country can't even agree on like what Subway sandwich is the best. Do you guys think that they're gonna be able to keep a secret about dinosaurs? All right, guys, I'm gonna stop the video for a second. On screen now is actually a Battle.net gift card for anybody who plays COD on PC. I actually give away a gift card away every single day in every one of my videos as a way to say thank you to everybody subscribed with notifications on. So if you're a part of the 80% of people who don't have that on already, you might as well subscribe and turn on those notifications because it's free and I literally give away free money, so you got nothing to lose. Massive shout out to everybody already subbed with notifications. You guys make my dream possible every single day and I really can't thank you enough. And yeah, I will shut up and let you guys get back to the story time. Enjoy the money and I'm out. Bye. So at this point, the science teacher is very nicely explaining that like just because a guy on the radio said it doesn't mean it's true, but this kid is not backing down. And now he's like screaming even more passionately because he's almost feeling embarrassed. He had to have been feeling embarrassed once he realized how dumb it was, right? So he's screaming and the teacher is remaining calm, which definitely doesn't make the kid look less crazy. Everybody knows that you're the crazy one when like the person trying to explain to you that dinosaurs existed is managing to stay calm and explain it very slowly. And you're screaming about the man on the radio whose name you don't know telling you that dinosaurs didn't exist definitely makes more sense than the guy who's a science teacher, right? And so the class is starting to laugh and that makes him snap, and I think it must have been embarrassment, dude, because what he does next is he starts saying that all of us are like in on the conspiracy too. So now, literally everyone in the class is also in on it. We are all being paid by the government to keep the secret of dinosaurs from this one kid. As for why the government would care at all as to why this one particular person thinks dinosaurs exist, I really have no idea. But hey, if that is the case, yo government, you guys owe me a bag, dude. I've been going around telling people dinosaurs have existed forever. You're telling me I should have been getting paid for this stuff? How much are we getting compensated? Are you guys also in on it? If you're a part of the global dinosaur conspiracy, please let me know in the comment section down below where I pick up my instruction pamphlet. I'm really confused as to where I get signed up. So the teacher at this point is like, okay, obviously you have to know that you're being ridiculous. Like, you cannot believe that you have a good argument here. And the kid starts saying that he was bullying him and he was going to report this teacher to the deans for singling him out and shaming his beliefs. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, your beliefs should be shamed if they're this stupid, dude. If you just believe anything you hear on the radio, which includes that the United States government you went around the world hiding dinosaur bones, and now everyone in the world is in on it except for you and your family, then yeah, you probably should be shamed for that. Like, dude, you do realize what you're saying makes literally no sense whatsoever. He just wouldn't back down. And finally, our teacher just ended up dropping the subject, and the kid, like, sat down, tears in his eyes, because he just had to have been embarrassed, bro. You know when that Arthur meme of, like, the fist clench? That's what that dude looked like the entire time. I will say it was the first time I'd ever heard somebody say dinosaurs didn't exist. I've heard it a lot more now that I've been on the internet for a while longer, but it was a first at the time. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought, and subscribe and turn on those notifications. If you want more content, I do have a podcast called The Scuffed Cast. The link can be found down below, along with the link to the intro song if you enjoy it. Spotify can be found down below in the description as well. And last but certainly not least, if you're in the mood for merch, I have good news for you. The Christmas Karen sweater and more can be found at the Teespring store, also in the description. We've just got it chocked full. On that note, guys, I'm gonna go make up some more conspiracy theories, so hopefully the government gives me more money. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I'll see you guys all next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.